Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Tensura Beyond Worlds Commander. Last time, it was a couple of rematches against Hinata. I had the Direwolves each 1v1 her. I had Shizu 1v1 her, this time using Oppressor. And eventually I did pull out Kyoya to help with that fight just to speed things along and make sure that she didn't actually go down to like a disintegration or something. But after we defeated Hinata, I think 3 more times. Once again, my mic never feels like it's in the same place twice. Ah, dang it. Anyways, after we defeated Hinata a couple more times, you can go on. You got this, Void. You got this. You are doing like 0 damage. Why are you doing 0 damage? That feels like it should be doing way more damage than it is. Like, what? You have 3 spatial cores and everything on there. Weird. I'm going to test that again in a moment. But yeah, after defeating Hinata a few more times, we went ahead and just sort of finalized what training regimens are going to look like for the rest of the subordinates for the rest of the series, and kind of briefly spoke over like next ideas for next series. But yeah, I have everything written down, so I sort of know what to do. I did not. The easiest thing to do was like train up Yamato. Where are you? Yamato's in here somewhere. There you are. By using Envy and getting him to drain off of my EP. That would be the best way to super speed him. But I couldn't make it work, and honestly, it might be for the best. If I can hold off and get him to use Envy on Luminous, that will make that fight considerably easier. If she only has like 3 million EP instead of like the full 7 or 8 million or whatever. Anyways, between episodes, other than that, the mod pack has actually updated again. So now I don't have to manually go in and add in a version that lets me use provide. That works just outright. I don't remember if I have anything I want to provide to you besides like Heavenly Eye. Um, I think that might be the only thing I care about. Heavenly Eye to avoid dodge chance. Spatial damage. If your bow is doing like no spatial damage, then kind of I need to get you the spatial magic so that you can actually use sniper's boost for that as well. So why not? You're gonna get swipe because that's like the most powerful option. There you go. Void has acquired swipe through the thing. That can just go into slot 3, and if I ever want to use it, it'll be right there. Speaking of which, I do want to select you. Anyways, the mod pack has updated. I don't have to manually add in the version that adds provide, and it actually added in a new mod that they just developed called Ancient Artifacts, which adds 7 different artifacts. Each of these specifically boost one of the unique skills. And apparently there's like plans for them to add in one for every skill, which is super, super awesome. But for now, I think the 2 I super care about are going to be Titan Stride, because it boosts Unyielding, and the Lion Emblem, which boosts Commander. It's so cool. Apparently you get these in wherever you can find, like, the artifacts from the Artifact mod. So we're going to be hunting for, like, mimics and whatnot in a little bit. But first, I want to test something. I have her pulled out here. Mai did pass away during the first Hinata fight, but I'm going to keep her around for this test here. So, there's that. I want to use, not movement, set to stay. Nope, still not movement. Dang it. Stay. There you go. Anyways, switch over to what I actually want to do. Stop. Whatever, I'm silly. Absolute Severance, I want Severance Coat on 1 and Severance Cutter on 3. And turn off Traveler for a moment, turn off Spatial Domination for a moment. And Void's going to be here for a secondary test. So, 330. Just out of curiosity, you have Elemental Boost or something, right? Yeah, 300 across the board. There's that. 10% boost from Elemental boost. Cool, that's all working as intended. Let's just double check this. If I turn on Traveler, I forget, do I have to have that in bar? So let's see, 660. Okay, yeah, that's getting a 2 times boost. Yeah, still just getting a 2 times boost. Traveler doesn't actually stack with spatial domination, right? I... No, it doesn't. That's sad. I thought it did, but then Caddy pointed out that it doesn't. Then how on earth did I reach like 100k with a swipe before? How did I do this? I don't know. There's obviously something else that adds a multiplier to spatial damage, but I don't know what it is. If it's things like if to do whatever the word is. Oh yeah, I should put you in the cage so that I can, one, make sure I know that you're the duplicate, two, actually make sure I have a duplicate ready if for like the final tournament of the series. We okay? Absolutely nothing going on right now that should have caused this freeze frame. 1 second. Okay, so Maya's put away. Let's just double check this test with Sniper as well. So Sniper's spatial manipulation, like warp shot, is on. Let's just turn off spatial domination in Sniper for a moment. If I hit a thing... 3. If I take the spatial cores out of this, how much does this do normally? Okay, so absolutely no reason to actually give you spatial things in it, because it downgrades your damage immensely. What if I were to put like earth cores in there? 1 damage instead. I really think ranged attack options in this mod might be legitimately useless. I can make you do gravity damage. That's kind of fun. Maybe if I merged a spatial fire core together? That might be better? I don't know. Why are crossbows and bows both so finicky? I still don't know why Mai just stopped using them altogether. And just do so much less damage than anything else. So there's that Sniper's thing there. And I know how this is gonna go. Sniper goes on. Sniper's toggle goes on. She's only doing 6 damage now. That's not exactly a big old boost. But you, stop for a moment, please. Stay. Stay. Okay, there you go. So, Sniper boost goes on. You go up to 6. Spatial domination goes on. Go up to 9, right? Where were you going? Yeah, 9. Okay, what if I have you stop for a moment? What if I have create weapon? Does just having the sniper pistol make you stronger? Well, that's not exactly what I was after. You're only supposed to do that if you're not looking at a mob. There you go. You now have that. If I now go like so. Okay, you're still just doing that. There's that. Okay, your physical attack damage. I'm thinking the spatial cores might be going off physical attack rather than... Don't throw grenades at me. I'm trying to have you create a sniper pistol. There you go, sniper pistol. I'm assuming you still can't use it, correct? So basically... that's so sad. I was so excited to get you, like, super stacked up on, like, spatial manipulation damage stuff. I guess the only good thing going for you right now as far as that goes is you do have swipe. Successfully used swipe. Swipe, I think, has, like, a 10-second cooldown before it's mastered and before you get Chanted Elements. Is swipe gonna be one of those spells where, like, they can't properly activate it? Come on. I'm gonna hold this for, like, 10 seconds. Let's just see. I'm still holding it. Yep, won't activate. I should have mastered swipe before I gave it to you. That way... You know what? I'm going to get you to stop attacking for the moment. I'm going to go master swipe real quick. Should be relatively simple. And I'm just going to do this. This is just easier since it doesn't want to train anyways. Tensura edit, mastery. Yeah, mastery for Swipe. I'm just going to set it to full and give you chant and knowledge real quick. Just to see, just to make sure. Like, there are certain things that don't work, period, and there are certain things... Okay, did that work? There are certain things that probably just work because, like, the cooldowns are a little bit finicky when dealing with subordinates. And just to save myself a few minutes, chant annulment, I'm just going to give this way. There's that, not mastery. I want to edit ability grand. So let's just see. That makes swipe instant. And you still not activate it at all. If I took off that... yeah, she just can't activate swipe at all. That's sad. Oh well, so I guess I'm going to take away your spatial cores. Your whole thing is just going to be really powerful crossbow then with warp shot. I guess, because, like... I don't know. I mean, you do decent enough damage, but, like, that's not amazing. Anyways, I took way longer on that test than I wanted to. Logan's just going back home. I think Logan's basically just going to act as, like, a booster for everyone else, because Greed's not an amazing combat skill. Its main thing is boosting yourself and others, so it's going to take way more work. So I guess you get to join this list, like, sort of, not really useful, needs training, like, something specific, like, most of these are battle wills or physical stats. These ones are gear and EP, which, honestly, Void should go here. These ones just need to eat stuff with their skills. Momo needs bunches and bunches and bunches of EP to do much. Yamato, Kiyoya, Shizu, these ones are mostly fine. Anyways, I need to go diving. I need to figure out what's the best way to go get a bunch of artifacts real quick. Because I have no idea what the odds are on getting the new ones. I think I saw a spawn weight option on them, but I haven't changed it. I'm not entirely sure what it means. But if I think the best way to know is going to be just go find some of those, like, underground campsite things. Which, hopefully, there should still be some around here. I haven't mined out everything in the immediate vicinity, but it is going to take me a while to track some down, and there's no guarantees I'm going to get what I want. Okay, I've been at this probably like 10 minutes or so. Haven't actually found anything yet. Yeah, it's basically what I'm doing is I'm using the mini-map and observer to go looking for mimics and to look for treasure chests. The thing is, I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work. Am I going to need to go find brand new biomes? Because, like, the looter mod is in. That's why they have these looter barrel things right now. Which, basically what that does is it lets every player on the world get to one chest. Get to the chest, and they get a different loot table because of it. Which makes me assume that the loot is rolled when you open the chest, not when the chest is spawned in. Which makes me assume that I can actually get the new artifacts in biomes I've already explored. I don't technically know that for sure, so I might actually have to go like 1,000 blocks out somewheres before this will actually work. I have no idea for sure. Oh, there's a fire dragon over there. Just process what I was looking at. I probably should go out a little ways just to make sure, because I'm 100% sure going to new biomes, or to new chunks would count. I am not sure if it's going to work around here, though, so yeah, I'm just going to keep hunting for a while. Okay, I've been going at it for like 40 minutes now, and absolutely no sign of any of them. I looked to make sure. It's supposed to be tied directly to the artifacts loot table, which I'm not entirely sure what the artifacts loot table comprises of, but I assume it means mimics and, like, the little things like this. Like, these are specifically spawned in by artifacts, and they spawn in random artifact loot, including artifacts and random, like, goodies and whatnot. Cool. Actually, maybe orc villages would count, because I know that their chests are full of like random artifact loots. But let me go check this real quick. Orc. I need to slash locate Orc Village real quick. Because it's apparently supposed to be 1 out of 20. Yeah, 1 out of 20 things. The artifacts are roughly supposed to be the new Tensura ones. I'm going on 40. I am at over double odds, which honestly doesn't surprise me in the least. I do not have good luck when it comes with odd-based stuff. Like, it's something that happens 50% of the time. I will not get to happen for like 8 in a row sometimes. I am super unlucky for some reason. Anyways, gonna go up to the Orc Village in just a moment. One more Mimic right here. I would assume Mimics have been changed to drop them. I think Mimics just drop one random artifact from something random in the mod. I think that's how they work. So in theory, if it's been changed so that it's the same loot table and just randomly rolls the artifact loot table, I should eventually get one from there, right? Because that's what I've been mainly using. Anyways, let me get up to the surface real quick and check this Orc Village. Otherwise, I think I might spawn in the Commander one, just like kind of go over how they work real quick. Maybe they fixed these just being full of artifacts, because right now it's just got a couple of pieces of monster leather and a spear schematic, and that's it. I don't know. I might as well check 1 or 2 more of these. None of the artifacts I got actually interest me any. Most of them are duplicates. The only kind of funny one is a nameless trinket moonstone that just makes your moon jump, but yeah. Didn't really get anything too exciting. Orc Village, might as well. Just check 1 more. When it loads in, I'm in the ground because of course I am. I'm still in the ground because of course I am. Oh yeah, I did find a random Orc Lord. I have them in the backpack now. So let's just see. This one's full of our things too. Spear schematic. Yeah, it's looking like maybe they fixed this. Because now none of them have any artifacts in them at all. So that's probably for the best, because, like, I think adding in the last series, I got, like, 3, like, pairs of running boots or something. What was it? It was 3... artifacts. What was it? Maybe it was a trinket. Maybe they were... Actually, yeah, I think they were chalked to the brims full of trinkets, not artifacts. I think I'm getting up my mods mixed up. But you know what? It makes sense that these don't have anything in them. I would love to get one legitimately, but I am running out of time for right now, and I would love to at least get like a showcase of them, and then hopefully find one legitimately later. So something just happened with my dog, but I heard a little burp, burp, and then laughing. Anyways, let's see, which one? Which one's the commander one? It's the lion emblem. Evolution 0, refinement 0, rising inferno locked, effect refinement locked. Yada-do, yada-do. Equipable in the trinket slot, chest emblem trinket slot. I was mildly expecting to crash as soon as I grabbed this thing, because that happens regularly. So, let's see. We have a lot of stuff to go over with this one. Let me just drop off some junk, because my inventory's full. Okay, maybe it was more like 1 out of 30 rather than 1 out of 40. Because I know I left behind at least like 10 artifacts, but I don't think it would have been a full 20 artifacts I left behind. So it wasn't quite that, it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was, but still not great in comparison to what it should have been. There's that Shinji. I just heard a Shinji healer, or some... Oh wait, no, it's you casting like a healing effect on yourself. Never mind. Anyways, the Lion Emblem Grade 1. So, to start with, there's the whole grade system that needs to be gone over. How they work. There's Grade 1, Grade 2, and Grade 3 artifacts. Grade 3 can be refined up to 10 times. They start at 52,000 EP, and they start getting effects at 52,000. Grade 2, same thing with that 52,000 starting effect, but then they get a second effect at 225. Let's just see. Grade 2s. Yeah, grade 3s have 1 effect. Grade 2s have 2. Grade 1s have 3 effects. The first one at 225, their starting point, the second at 1,000,000, and the third at 5,000,000. And then some of those final effects also require a unique skill or some other condition, and they can be refined up to 3 times. Refining basically means that if I have 3 lion emblems, I can like merge them together in an anvil and it will get like 3 levels of refinement, which will boost them in some way and get them extra effects. Cool. All that immediately sounds pretty awesome if I can get a bunch of them. Grade 1 artifacts can only be refined after reaching 5,000,000 EP though, so I couldn't do that yet. This goes in the chess artifact slot. I don't remember if this one's... Okay, this one is that. Let me take off the scarf for the moment. I now have a lion's head crest on my chest. That's kind of cool. That's probably going to be part of the thumbnail after I turn off like haze and whatnot. So cool. This thing is now on me. I'm assuming it gains EP when I do. That's going to be a lot of grinding for it though. Hopefully it's super boosted like Hihi Arcane is. So let's see. The first effect, Rising Inferno. Fire damage increases over time while in combat. Thankfully, the Slime Throne and them, like this was made by the Labyrinth people and the Beyond people and by Slime Thrones working together. Let's see, artifacts grade, current artifacts. I need to look at the Lion Emblem. Cool. So grade 1, all those goodies we already went over. This one needs us to master Commander in order for us to get its final effect. We already have Commander, that's fine. Let's see. While the wearer is in combat, fire damage increases by 1% over time. Gains a stack every 3 seconds and can stack up to 20% fire damage. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's like... Commander is Benimaru's skill. That's his whole thing is blowing stuff up with fire, like immediately eviscerating an entire Charybdis with black flame, all that good stuff. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It's kind of seeming like the Commander artifact is offensive based though. This isn't... this doesn't boost our subordinate boost in any way, as far as I can tell, until maybe the 3rd raid. Oh, it looks like eventually it will get an upgrade to some of our subordinate boost, eventually, once it's mastered, or once this reaches 5,000,000. But that's besides the point. Let me go to the end farm real quick, if I can hit the right button. I kept trying to hit you, kept you hitting I instead. So let's see, 225, it's right here. It got 115. In combat, it got a stack. Out of curiosity, 331, or 333, 635. 333, 33, so, yeah, that got 69. This got, not 69, right? 95, got boosted to... Did that get like 653. 653. That got 50. I forgot to... I am gonna need to write this down. I cannot remember all these numbers at once. Okay, I have it written down now. There's that. So 1 Enderman kill got me 21 EP. Okay, it got 21 EP for me. That's cool. 21. This got boosted by... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong number. 140. What's the math on that? Was I looking at the wrong number again? I don't think I was. So yeah, that got 140 boost when I got 21. So... 140 divide... It's 7 times boost? Wait, no, that would... Yeah, it's getting some sort of extra boost on there. Like, it's It's not quite 7 times, but it's close. It's maybe I miscounted and I was like, I don't know. Maybe it only gave me 20 and it's 7 times stronger. But that's still good to know. Hero Hockey's mastered. Yeah. When does it get its first extra ability? It's at 5. Is it at 1 million or 500k? 1 million EP. Okay, that's going to take a while, however. Thankfully, I can get it. How long does it take me to get that? There's that. That's gonna take so long, but it's totally gonna be worth it just to test it out. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. I'm gonna need to do so much training on myself here. Last I wanted to go hunting for more of them to try and find like a legitimately one that I don't have to spawn in. What's my fastest way of gaining EP right now? I'm assuming Degenerate won't carry it over, because I don't think Degenerate carries over to gear. Am I gonna have to like manually kill my own Charybdis just for like EP gain reasons? I could. Like, I have an active Charybdis core here. I could very easily go beat up Charybdis. It might, maybe. The Ender Farm itself already feels like sort of breaking the no combat rule. That would definitely be breaking the no combat rule. But honestly, does the no combat rule even matter at this point? Because it's rematches against opponents we've already beaten 100 times. We know our subordinates could do. I don't know. Some of this feels weird. 284. If I beat Charybdis, I'll get like 400k EP or something like that. Yeah, it feels like I'm about to be doing some cheating here, but I already cheated to spawn the thing in, so what doesn't make that big a difference. And like the Charybdis fight is only going to be a few moments anyways. Just grab out this, Mai's weapon. It's got the spatial quartz, it's got all those boosts. Any boost that Mai has, I also have. I have Black Flame, I have Severer. So yeah, this should get this my 600k. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly what it's at. So, but yeah, we're definitely in cheat mode right now. Where is? Well, that's Flame Breath. Where is my Gravity Domination? There it is. We're actually falling with Shadow Manipulation is, or not Shadow Manipulation, with our Shadow form is more reliable. Let's see. Black Flame isn't hitting. Come on. If I was allowed to stay close to this thing, this fight would already be over. Come on. Let me do this. Do I not have Black Flame on? I should. Black Flame is turned off, I guess. I don't know when I turned that off, but oh well. Should be over by now. Nope. Stop doing that. Let's stop doing that as soon as I get close, please. Sure, I hate you. I like the Charybdis fight because it's cool. I also hate the Charybdis fight because he's so annoying to fight. I'd only got like 100k off of that. That's nowhere near as much as I was hoping for. I guess I did only get like 20k EP there. Oh, those are affected by looting. I didn't think they were. Oh yeah, I already ate one of those with just like the right click, so I'm not actually going to get any boost out of it. So if the Charybdis fight doesn't really work for training this, what's the best way for me to get a million EP super, super quickly? Um, I don't know. Oh, that's a lot of EP to grind. It's going to take hours of grinding, and I do not have hours to record today. I might just use the command to edit this thing's EP up to at least a million just to showcase it. Because, like, I very easily could do it if I had, like, an entire day just to play this game and do nothing else. Let's see. Well, I do have Starved, although Starved is only once per mob, so that doesn't actually help me any. I wish I could put this on a Subordinate. They train so much faster than I do with Starved and whatnot. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to try and get this thing as close to a million as I can legitimately, but I am effectively out of time. Okay, so I made a slight config adjustment just to make things a little bit simpler on myself. I have manually made it so that every Enderman spawns in as unique. That, it doesn't really change much, it just makes the training cube like 10 times more efficient. Like, I'm not really gonna fight Enderman here otherwise, it just saves me some time. I'm fine with any change to a rule or adjustment to something if said adjustment is already because we could do this thing, but doing the thing would just take a while, so changing it makes it faster. So we now have the lion emblem up to its second stage. It has reached evolution 2. The there's two different forms of that. Is that talking about Black Flame or what? Hold on. Increases limited that by 50%. Is that specifically the Black Flame version? I think it might be. Hold on. Let me go pull this up. Black Flame. I know Black Flame has a mode called that. Yeah, requires ranged barrier, ogre flame, and flame manipulation. Is that not the same thing as... Uh... No, that's fire, not flame. Okay, it's specifically the black flame attack then. There's a fire magic called fire in there instead of that, but instead of flare. But okay, I don't actually have ogre aura yet, do I? I might have it, but I haven't trained it up. So let's just do this real quick. Replace that. I'll put hero hockey back there in a moment. That should be relatively quick to train up. Getting this up to 5 million, though, is... it's just very... I understand why. Like, this is supposed to be a long-term project. I think that the actual server it's from has EP boost of some kind as well. It's just in, like, plain Jane world. I did get a cool artifact called the Gas Die, like this, where I'm not actually boosting my EP that much in most ways. That's going to take forever. You're supposed to get these early on and train them up as you go. Like, you're not supposed to get these things after you're already Demon Lord and after you're this far into a run. So, I guess for a future series, this will be very cool. But for this one, this is just going to be a bit of a showcase for a couple of them. Anyways, let me just master Ogre Flame real quick. Get a little bit of EP. This thing's probably not reaching more than like 2 million at most today, and that's if I'm lucky. Okay, I was almost spot on with that 2 million bet. 2 million guess, rather. But Ogre Flame is now learned, which means we now have the Demon Flare, as I tend to call it. So let's just head on over to this way, right? Yeah. And this way, and do a little bit of a damage test, shall we? Huh? Oh yeah, I forgot I also have to learn this skill. Oh well, fine. I guess I'm going to head back to the grinder while I train up Demon Flare. Whoops. Okay, I now have that learned. That only got another 200k or so. I just trained it up while running around here, so it was a bit slower. Anyways, pull out a training dummy real quick. There's that. And let's just see. Take off the artifact. Make sure flame attack domination isn't on. And flame manipulation as well. Okay, so 270, a 30, and then a bunch of damage. So 270, a 30, 300 damage. Okay. And then damage over time. So let's say we put this on. 425. 50% of that is 135. That math's not quite right. There's an extra damage coming in from somewheres. 270 plus 30. Got it. 270 plus 30. What goes there? Oh yeah, the scarf. 270 plus 30. Oh yeah, no, that makes more sense. It's 145, not 135. Wait, no, it doesn't. Yeah, there's an extra 15 fire damage. I'm not entirely sure where it's coming from. But that's besides the point. Or there's like an extra 10, 15, something. You all can go away real quick. So there's that. For something, big old boost. What happens if I just turn on Flame Domination? Let's go for the big test. 8, 10 plus 30. It seems to always do that 30. I think that's magic damage or something. So 8 to 10. Without boost to 1. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. That's already one of the strongest skills if you ignore resistances. Yeah, that's effective. Oh, and I don't actually know for sure. How do I get the limited version? I have that mastered. Limited Demon Flare. How do you do that? I don't remember. 1 second. Oh, yes, that's right. Not only do you have to learn this mode and master the skill, but you also need to master the Demon Flare mode as well. So, okay. Let's just... I think I can do this fairly easily at the Ender Farm. Do double duty, get a bunch of EP for the artifact, and just use this skill on like a million Endermen as they spawn in. So, sure. It's still gonna be a little bit. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to use this a handful more times. But let's just see. It's a little bit loud. That's gonna get skills. Let me just do this, and then we'll attempt the other mode of it. Okay, so I now have Demon Flare mastered, which means I can use the limited version. This is up to almost 3 million EP. That might not be as bad since I made those all like 10 times boosted EP. It should probably be a lot easier than I was thinking it was going to be. But anyways, by default, this mode is supposed to do over 3 times the damage. Like Black Flame, the first mode is supposed to be 800 damage baseline when mastered. Actually, we can double check this as well. Turn off Flame Domination once I'm out of bat mode. So let's just see. At base, this still is now mastered. What is this supposed to do damage-wise? 8, 10. I have Elemental Boost. Elemental Boost only gives you 10 extra damage, like, period? Is it like 2.5 fire, magic resistance? Wait, do I even have Elemental Boost? I assumed I did, because I was doing extra elemental damage. But it's hard to tell. Hold on, I can check this with the Godly Craftsman, can I? Godly Craftsman, put that in there. Elemental... Wait, I don't even have Elemental Boost. So where does what does sturdy do again? Increases to yeah. Why am I doing 810? Take off the armor. Still 810. Yeah, I just have an extra 10 fire damage coming from somewheres, and I don't actually know where. So. Yeah, that one's a little bit weird. And anyways, I digress. So 810 gets boosted in theory, it should get boosted to 1215. It did, okay. So that's fine. I guess that explains where the extra 10 was coming from that I couldn't work out. So, 815, fine. At 1215, rather. 16. Yeah. Oops, I didn't actually turn off Flame Domination. Hey, yeah, this should be 16. Hold on, start from scratch. No fire boost, 270. Huh? Requires that. So, did this get a debuff of some sort? Because this should be doing 800 damage by default without any other buffs. It's only doing 800 damage when I have Flame Domination on. Yeah, I'm not... Something weird is happening there. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, max damage, 1215. That's still working perfectly fine. On this mode should do 2500 damage on base. So it should do double and then get boosted by everything else. I'm fairly sure I saw like a 30-something hundred. Hold on. Flame Domination. 720. Yeah, this must have gotten debuffed in whenever it updated to 121, and it just hasn't updated the wiki page yet, because that is significantly weaker than it should be. I mean, Flame Domination, mastering everything, boosting it up all the way. It still does boatloads of damage, but not what the wiki says. So, yeah, it must have been debuffed. Either way, still a very powerful. It's still a very powerful skill, getting even stronger because of this artifact. Looking at the time, like both real life and recording, that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. I would have loved to be able to reach 5 million, and I would have loved to actually get this thing legitimately or find extra artifacts today. But for now, that's all I have time for. So, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void, Omello, Itme Sammy Lawrence, Logan Anderson, Kyle Coette, Nando Lang, and Egg Salad. Thank you all so much for the extra support. For real now, take care, everybody.